Ladies and gentlemen, I know the year is coming to a close, but I want to explain to me the following very important questions. One, do you know why Devki is President William Ruto's friend? Do you know why he's rich? And do you know how he makes money? Do you know why the president has been pushing for affordable housing under all circumstances? Whether it's health, whether it's education, whether it's Linda Mama, anything else in Kenya should wait, but affordable housing cannot wait even 1 minute. Do you know why the president launched affordable housing in the night? And do you know why Devki said that he wants the president to remain as president for 20 years? Here's the explanation. You've been told affordable housing is about creating jobs for youths. It's about bringing about steel manufacturing in Kenya. Let me tell you what, there is no steel manufacturing in Kenya. The steel mills with Devki is but a scam. I have been inside there, either inside the Devki steel. I've gone to the all location they have. There is no work going on in a scale that can produce steel that can be used for manufacturing or producing affordable housing. Why am I trying to say so? To produce steel, the first thing you need is raw materials. What is the core raw materials for producing steel? Is iron ore. Does Kenya have iron ore which is commercially viable? No. Kenya has 29,000 metric tons of explorable iron ore, which if you convert to steel, it will be very insignificant even to produce the units he's talking about, the 500,000 units he's talking about. The secondary source of raw materials for producing steel is scrap metals. Now, you ask me, how many lorries or even trailers have you seen entering Devki carrying scrap metals that can be used to convert into steel? Because that's the easiest one. I can see none. I've gone there. I've talked to engineers working inside Devki. Some of them, if you like, are Kenyans. How many engineers are there working, converting iron ore into steel? None. None at all. So what is happening is that this is a scam. Ruto and Devki are actually importing steel from outside the country and just repackaging them and then selling them to Kenya, which means it is a tax evasion scam. It's a tax evasion scam, not tax avoidance. Because tax avoidance is legal. But this is tax evasion, where they are not paying taxes. And the real deal is that all the taxes that should have been paid to the Kenyan government to run the Kenyan economy is being used to be given to President Ruto for his private benefit. So affordable housing is a personal benefit to the president directly. It has no benefit to Kenya. Exactly what Kidero did with Mumia sugar, where sugar was being imported in the country, repackaged in Mumia Sugar Company go-downs, and then being sold to Kenyans in the pretext that Mumia Sugar Company was producing sugar. Is the same thing happening now in Mumia Sugar Company, where being told that they're in operation, but there's nothing going on, Kenyans. So what it's clear here is that, let me give you a list of some countries that are very strong in producing steel. Number one steel producer in the world that has got the highest number of iron ore in the world is Australia. You can find countries like Russia, they're in top 10. You find a country like India is in top 10. You find US is number 10. You find a country like Japan is part of it. Kenya is nowhere because the country with the highest number of iron ore in the world has 960 million metric tons of iron ore. Kenya has 29,000. How can we produce steel? India produces steel. There's a company called Tata. Tata that produces Land Rover, that produces Tata trucks and vehicles. That company is producing has steel mills in India. Where is Kenya getting the raw materials? And let me ask you, Kenyans, I think I've taught very many engineers when I was in Strathmore, among other places. Call all civil engineers and ask them whether they are being involved at all in the production of steel in Devki. They'll tell you they have no idea. Everybody is but a supplier or a distributor or a transporter. There is no production. What action should Kenyans take? As we open the new year, let us take up a petition against Devki and ensure that this Devki is sued in High Court of Kenya for tax evasion. And after being sued, let us hold all operation and stop all the scam we call affordable housing, because this affordable housing is only benefiting two people. The president and his business partner, Devki, and that's why they want to have power for 20 years, and that's why they're dreaming of amending the constitution. And I can tell you, the person funding that discussion about amending the constitution to stay for longer is one but Devki, and is helping Salem Davey do that work. I also privy to a meeting they had discussing all this information. So Kenyans, I'm sure you're celebrating, but don't close your eyes with beer, so much so that the reality is stolen from you as you drink. So as you close the year, don't close the year and forget this statement that we must go to court and sue these people so that they can stop tax evasion. When I become president, a government formed by LDP as LDP's presidential candidate, the first person to run away from this country are all those business scams that should be given back to Kenyans to run. We want to build Kenya with Kenya. Kenya will also always be built by all Kenyans all the time. Only where we are not competitive, we shall do trading. But where Kenyans can work, Kenyans will always build Kenya using Kenyan resources with Kenyan people all the time. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Happy New Year.
I will repeat, although Constitution doesn't allow, but I will say you should be there for 20 years. Because people housing, people were living and is living in shanties. The first person who noticed that my people are living in the shanties and I live in a good house, I want to give them the decent housing. That is the President William Ruto has started. It is a bitter truth, everybody is paying, but people will be getting a better housing, decent housing, because binadamu ni binadamu, natanglezwa na hiyo same Mungu ile natangleza mimi na wewe, si ndio?
William Ruto, you can understand him by the friends he keeps, even internationally.
Until I realize the affordable housing is a fraud. It's a business venture between the president and Devki to sell cement, to sell steel, to sell mabati. I stopped defending it.
Well, Devki is not here to defend
No, he's
himself.
not here, but I'm
Yes.
just saying.
Okay.
And I stopped defending it. And even the president tried to tell me to go to TV to defend the housing program. I told him I'll not go.
This man is among the top 10 richest persons in Kenya. See, Narendra Raval is the founder and chairman of Devki Group, a conglomerate that manufactures steel, aluminum, and cement. His company is the largest manufacturer of steel products in East and Central Africa. The tycoon is worth over 50 billion shillings, ranking as the 46th richest person in Africa. He has employed over 10,000 people in his companies and pays a monthly electricity bill of 900 million shillings. But how did this man become rich? Raval was born in India in 1962. He became a priest at the temple while aged 11, while still in India. As a teenager, Raval came to Kenya to work as an assistant priest at a temple in Kisumu. In 1986, he abandoned his priesthood, married a Kenyan woman, and with his wife started trading in building materials, starting out in the open marketplace of Gikamba. The business would then grow to become Devki Group, which now has presence in Kenya, Uganda, and DRC Congo. Some of the companies under the group include Devki Steel Mills Limited, Maisha Mabati Mills Limited, National Cement Company Limited, Northwood Aviation, Maisha Packaging Company Limited, and Simba Cement Uganda Limited. For longer versions of these videos, click the link in my bio and DM for advertisements.
Affordable housing thing was a business venture between the president and Devki. Devki has a factory that makes steel, cement, and mabati. And those are the three components that drive the housing agenda. So all the cement, all the mabati, all the steel that is bought for affordable housing, the profit is shared between Devki and William Ruto. The whole thing was a business thing. And that's when I withdrew my support, when I realized it's a con. And if you move around People are asking. In a place called Kenyaga, they have done some houses there. They want to sell for 4 million. Nobody will buy. People are asking, with 4 million, I can buy an acre of land, do a house for 1.5, and do coffee and daily grazing unit with the rest of the money. Why do I want to go and I'm an old man to live in the upstairs? The whole thing is being forced on the people of Kenya to create business for the two to sell cement, mabati, and steel. The whole housing levy is about creating sufficient money. And you know that money? Because there is no capacity to absorb it, it's kept in a bank that the president bought when he became president.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
We bought a bank?
He bought a bank. That's where the money goes.
Like local bank?
Yeah, local bank.
Which bank?
I don't want to say the name. Do your research. I'll tell you off camera, then you can go and do your research.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's a bank that has been bought to keep all this money in cash.
Yeah, that's where the money goes. And it's actually taking all businesses from Equity, from Cooperative Bank, from all other banks have lost money from government to this particular bank that the president bought through some proxies.
So Equity and Cooperative Bank are not in the
They are not.
the elimination game.
They are not.
So
But
we are remaining with
all government money now for prostitutes, state corporations, they are kept in that particular bank that the president bought.
Oh, wow. Why are our taxes so high though?